Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is go time. My name is Todd Grisham, and watching this live with me is Johnny Nelson.
I feel like a fraud. How have I got these ringside seats?
It's time now for our tale of the tape. And here comes the man with the lightning hands. It's Kid Galahad. He's 5'7" with a 66.5-inch reach. And he'll be facing Charlie the Eagle Edwards. He comes in 168 centimeters tall with a 168-centimeter reach.
Todd, this is well anticipated. I'm so looking forward to this tear-up. These two are really up for it. You know what? Nobody believes they're going to lose.
And here comes the man with the lightning hands. It's Kid Galahad. His ring name was chosen by his trainer after a character played by Elvis Presley in the 1962 film of the same name. Charlie the Eagle Edwards, fighting out of the United Kingdom, the WBC Flyweight World Champion. Let's see what he's got for us in this one.
Look at this. These fighters are so up for it. Look at that.
This bout is scheduled for 12 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, fighting out of Sheffield, England, here is a featherweight champion of the world, Kid Galahad. Fighting out of the blue corner, introducing from London, England, a flyweight world champion, Charlie Edwards.
You can tell both of these fighters are exuding confidence as they touch gloves, and here we go.
All what's left is for the first bell to go. That's all we need now, because the build-up is getting ridiculous.
Expectations are sky high for this fight. Will it live up to the hype? We're about to find out. We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. Looks like a little bit of a strategy change here, loosening up the technique. Good punch. The crowd here cannot wait. They've been buzzing all day long, and finally, we're about to get it on.
You have certain fighters that are born for this, that are made.
It may not be pretty, but sometimes clinching is effective.
Sometimes you've got to go with the instincts. Hold on tight until your head clears, till you get your breath back, till the referee steps in.
He got caught clean by a left hook. Pretty close fight here in this round. Now going to get a little more loosey-goosey. Let's see how this one feels.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
This fighter's completely content to sit back and let you make the first move. That's where they thrive.
They have got great ring IQ. Counter punches are the best.
He's going to loosen things up here. Let's see how he does with this fancy footwork. An upset of the year, perhaps, right before our eyes. And the referee will begin the count. 10 seconds to get up. I don't see any movement here. It looks like this one's going to be over. And that body shot folded him like an old T-shirt.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did that come from? One, two, three, four,
He's been knocked down, but at least not knocked out yet.
I love the response, though. Got back up, took a deep breath and thought, right, brush it off, get on with the job.
And that'll do it for the minute break as we get set to get back in the action. And there's the bell to start the round. He got knocked down in the last round. Let's see what he can do here.
God, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything, full barrel, because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
So once again, they'll clinch, and one of these fighters has got to take the lead here.
It tells me so much when a fight is holding on. It means it.
Why weren't they more cautious? Looks like they've shaken it off.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What do they do? What does it tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
Got him with the uppercut. This fighter focuses on those long, straight punches, staying on the outside and winning round after round.
Do not give an outside fighter time to think. You've got to make the fighter panic. You've got to rush the fighter into doing things they don't normally do.
What a round so far as we've reached the halfway point.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them.
The referee really thinking about... And they're down just when you thought it couldn't get any worse. How about that impact? Let's see that again in slow motion.
That's lights out right there. One, two, three, four, five.
Final 10 seconds here, unless we get some late drama. I think we all know who won this round. That'll be a 10-8 round for sure with the knockdown.
You've been put down, you've got to think right, survive, and then give it back the next round.
And that'll do it for the time between rounds as we get set to get back in the action. They ring the bell, and here we go. Got to get the momentum shift coming their way. What can they do here?
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
Trying to fight like Roy Jones Jr. now, bouncing on the toes. Can't find a home for that jab. Just misses with that jab. Well done with that counter shot. Here he is bouncing on his toes, trying to get some energy. Nice counter shot. The jab slightly off target. Well, Johnny, we're a couple rounds in. What are you seeing so far?
Guys that carry so much power, of course they're going to look for that knockout because it makes a night a little bit shorter. You don't get paid any extra for overtime.
Looks like they're going to try and be a little more elusive now. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond here in the next round.
Dominance, without a doubt, made it look so easy.
The referee calling for seconds out as we get set for another round. And there's the bell to start the round. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Did catch him. He caught him clean. Clean as a whistle. That jab misses. It's always fascinating to watch two good welterweights because they've got blurry hand speed and good power.
Some fighters are just gifted with such hand speed, footwork, movement. They are gifted. They are the chosen few.
This has been a very competitive round as we reach the midway point.
A very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other because no one dares do anything out of turn.
Continues to touch him up. Oh, what a punch! Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. So he's going to shake off the cobwebs and bounce around the ring a little bit here. Continue. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Well, there was no doubt about who won that round.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight because if they haven't, there's going to be absolute uproar.
Unfortunately, this fighter not going to get more time to heal up and get a breather. Right back into the action. We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Well, Johnny, it's still early on, but what do you think about what we're seeing so far?
Because they're so big, because they can push, because they've got the weight behind them, they may not be connecting, but trust me, when they connect, that's when this fight sets on fire, because someone's going to get hurt and someone's got to react.
Oh, and just when you thought it couldn't get any worse, it's a knockdown. Let's watch that again in replay from a different angle.
I need to see that again.
He's back on his feet, but at some point, you have to think about the next fight and not this one.
That is a show of character. When you're put down, your ego's hurt, your chin's hurt, your body's hurting, and you've got to get up, suck it up, and think, right, I'm back in the game again. It's so hard for a fighter.
Going to shake out the arms and legs and move around a little bit. Looks like he's going to move around the ring a little bit more. Try some stick and move. Final 10 seconds here, unless something major happens. I think we all know who won that one. Those counter punches have to hurt. Let's see how the game plan changes after that big knockdown.
Can make or break a fighter.
The referee calling for seconds out as we get set to jump back in the action. They ring the bell, and here we go. Let's see how he bounces back here after getting dropped in the last round.
What a knockdown. 1 minute, you need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
Seconds are so precious at this stage of the game.
They need to be worried that the referee's not going to throw them out the ring and disqualify them both.
Looks like a little change of strategy here, trying to loosen up the flow a little bit. In this division, both fighters will constantly be on their toes trying to punch and counterpunch.
Middleweights always gives us a class. If you've got 2 class middleweight fighters, you are in for action. I'm quite sure right now, if you know your boxing, there's a certain fighter, I would just say marvelous, but some fighters were unbelievable middleweight.
Big shots from both these fighters. Got to be careful, though.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Touching him up again. Not so tense anymore, trying to loosen things up. I like it. What a nightmare scenario! The true champion knows what's the referee thinking right now. Knocked down hard. I'm not sure that they're going to be able to get back on their feet here as the referee continues the count. And you can see here on the replay a perfect body shot, and he dropped like a loose suit.
You're right, Todd. What a shot.
So it's onward and upward after another knockout win here.
Accuracy, power, punch, perfect. That must hurt.
We've got high hopes for this contest with these two fighters. Should be a really good matchup. I'm Todd Grisham. Next to me is Johnny Nelson.
It's going to be unbelievable. The fans, everybody around the world, the fighters. This is just one of those things.
And now it's time for our tale of the tape. Ricky Hatton. He weighed in right at 145 pounds. He stands 5 foot 6 inches tall and has a reach of 165 centimeters. And his opponent, Conor Benn, 146 pounds on the button. He stands 5 foot 8 inches tall with a reach just over 68 inches.
Todd, this is well anticipated. I'm so looking forward to this tear-up. These two are really up for it. You know what? Nobody believes they're going to lose.
Ricky Hitman Hatton, fighting out of Manchester, United Kingdom, one of the most beloved fighters in English boxing history. The Destroyer, Conor Benn, one of those must-see type of fighters coming out of the UK. The famous son of a legend who's beating his own path.
They have waited for this fight for so long, Todd. This is ridiculous.
This bout is scheduled for 12 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, introducing from Manchester, England, a popular and exciting junior welterweight and welterweight champion of the world, Ricky Hitman Hatton. Fighting out of the blue corner, introducing from Essex, England, a continental welterweight champion, Conor the Destroyer Benn.
We've waited a long time for this fight. It's here, and the fighters are good to go.
Todd, it's one of my favorite venues. You can't get a better place to fight in.
Thousands of fans here in attendance tonight, but when the bell rings, there will only be two that we're talking about. And there's the bell to start the round. They exchange punches. Oh, what a punch! He's going to go with more footwork now. What do you think of that strategy? Oh, what a punch! What a pleasure it is to be here in this environment. What a venue for this showdown.
Situations like this, Todd, will either make or break a fighter because the expectation from the thousands of people here, of the millions of people around the world, people like you and I sat here expecting everything and anything can break a man or make a man.
Halfway through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two. Not so tense anymore, trying to loosen things up. I like it.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other because no one dare do anything out of turn.
He's going to loosen things up here. Let's see how he does with this fancy footwork. Hey, those punches add up. Nice punch. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Hatton in that last round. Well, there was no doubt about who won that round.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight, because if they haven't, there's going to be absolute uproar.
Unfortunately, this fighter not going to get more time to heal up as we get set to jump back in the action. We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything worked. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you...
Smart move there to buy some time.
Yeah, you got to clinch. But the idea is just to get your opponent to complain to the referee. Get him to complain about the conditions. Get him to just feel uncomfortable. Keep doing unorthodox things. I don't mind that now and again, but don't make a habit of it.
This fighter brings a barrage of punches. They won't let you breathe. It's like fighting a hornet's nest.
Swarmers, you can go back in boxing history. When you've seen them, when you've seen the best of the best swarmers going, you understand how hard it is. It looks exciting from the outside in. Can you imagine being right in there?
Can they figure out the combination to this safe? Swing and a miss with the jab.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Needs to put some combination work together. One punch is good, two punches better. Nice punch. Got him there. Oh my! That's a game changer. And they're down. It looks like this one's going to be over. And in this replay, you can see it. That body punch folded him like a lawn chair.
Shot from the gods, they say. A shot from the gods.
Let's talk about Hatton in that last round. What a huge momentum swing that's going to be, considering that round will be 10-8 after the knockdown.
You've been put down, you've got to think right, survive, and then give it back the next round.
The referee calling for seconds out as we get set for another round. They ring the bell, and here we go. He got knocked down in the last round. Let's see what he can do here.
Todd, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything, full barrel, because I know his leg is gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
So much for defensive abilities. And a good decision here to clinch. This could be the end. Oh, and that changes everything. And down they go. Thank goodness we've got instant replay. We get to see it again.
Where did that come from? What a shot.
So he's back up, but is he just delaying the inevitable?
Look at his corner.
Whoa, wait a minute. What a shot. Well, it's a smart move to clinch, but you can't do that too often.
You can't do that too often because the referee is eventually going to start taking points off you. You saw the referee watch, look, didn't say anything, just gestured to say, I've checked you. Now be careful, because when he starts pulling, taking you out of your rhythm, it's going to get harder.
A true champion knows a chance to make history. It appears that the moment of trouble has passed, at least for now.
Defense is everything, because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense. Work on defense, blocking and stopping and shooting.
Final 10 seconds here, and the corner is going to have their work cut out for them. What's the referee thinking right now? Let's talk about Hatton in that last round. He's been knocked down, but at least not knocked out yet.
I love the response, though. Got back up, took a deep breath and thought, right, brush it off, get on with the job.
The referee calling for seconds out as we get set to jump back in the action. And there's the bell to start the round. They really got banged up last round. What can they do here to change the momentum?
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back.
And he will hold here, and good thing he did because he was getting beaten up.
You cannot do it too often because the referee is going to pull you apart and deduct a point.
Sometimes when you're fighting a counter fighter, the rounds can get a little boring. You get triggered. Can they finish it? And there it is, the knockdown punch we knew was coming. They knew it when they threw it. The perfect body shot, and no one's standing up to that one.
I've got to see that again.
So they'll make it up, and this fight continues.
What now is about getting back to the corner, freshen up, get new instructions given to you, and they've got to G you up. They've got to tell you what you're doing wrong and what you're doing right.
Smart move to grab a hold of your opponent, but obviously you can't do that too often.
You've got to save that in the back because if you have...
Do you believe what we are... Knocked down hard. I'm not sure that they're going to be able to get back on their feet here as the referee continues the count. The old liver shot will buckle your knees every time, as this replay shows.
I need to see that again.
One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
You heard that right, ladies and gentlemen. A knockout victory and one of the biggest surprises of the year.
Well, there's no argument right there. You say it. Night-night.
I'm Todd Grisham. The fighters are here, and they're about to get it on at the Lighthouse Theater. Alongside me is Johnny Nelson.
The pleasure's always mine, my friend.
Time for our tale of the tape. It's Franchon Cruz Dezern, 173 centimeters tall, with a reach of 183. And her opponent, Cecilia Brækhus. She's 5'7", with a reach of 66.9 inches.
You want to get out of the way, because when you've got a brawler that's in your face that wants to walk through you like a truck, you've just got to use your speed, use that reach, use that height, and keep them off you, because if they get up close and personal, you're going to have no ribs left.
There's only one heavy-hitting diva. It's Franchon Cruz Dezern, fighting out of Virginia Beach, Virginia, the undisputed super middleweight champion of the world. The first lady of the fight game, one of the greatest female fighters in the history of this sport.
Oh, pure bad blood.
And now we toss it up to the world-renowned ring announcer, Mr. Jimmy Lennon Jr.
This bout is scheduled for 10 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner from Baltimore, Maryland, introducing the undisputed super middleweight champion of the world, known as the heavy-hitting diva, introducing Franchon Cruz Dezern. Fighting out of the blue corner from Bergen, Norway, an undisputed women's welterweight champion of the world, the first lady of boxing, Cecilia Brækhus.
A lot of trash talk between these two fighters. Now it's time to put up or shut up.
This place is like a coliseum. When it's packed out, the fans are there. You can hear their punches. You can smell the sweat. The heat is second to none.
So much hype surrounding this fight, and now it is go time. And there's the bell to start the round. Looks like they're going to mix up their strategy a little bit here. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Here she is bouncing around on her toes, trying to get some energy now. Missing with the hook. This theater is used to hosting concerts and plays, but tonight it's the sweet science that takes center stage.
Todd, I love theatres. For all these reasons, you can hear everybody in the crowd. You can hear the punches actually echo. If you're the fighter coming in and you know you're in such an intense atmosphere, you know.
And that's the right decision here. Bet your move to grab on, but as you know, you can't do it too often. Some nice exchanges from both women in this round.
A very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one dare do anything out of turn. Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Beautiful counter punch. Looks like a little bit of a strategy change here, loosening up the technique. Trying to fight like Roy Jones Jr. now, bouncing on the toes. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Nice counter shot. Let's talk about Cruz Dezern in that last round. Talk about a one-sided 3 minutes. We just saw it.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace up, they've got this fight.
Unfortunately, this fighter not going to get more time to heal up as we get set to jump back in the action. We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
Hooks is off target. A chance to make history. Disaster averted, it seemed. And the referee will begin the count. 10 seconds to get up. I don't see any movement here. It looks like this one's going to be over. Oh, my goodness. I want to see that one more time.
Where did that come from? What a shot.
She's on her feet, but she wants to get back to her corner in the worst way. Let's see if she can hold on.
Somebody can smell blood here.
What a shot, and down goes Brickus. Let's see that again.
You're right, Todd. What a shot.
Well, she's back up, but there's no way she's going to win this round now.
Some fighters, when this happens, this can be heartbreaking. Some fighters, it makes them angry. They want to get back into the mix again. I want to know, what sort of character are we looking at here?
Final 10 seconds here, and this has not been her best round for sure. Let's talk about Cruz Dezern in that last round. Well, this fighter has been down twice. They've got to up their game here, or this fight is going to be over.
There's always a way back. Don't ever round anybody off.
Time winding down as we get set for another round. They ring the bell, and here we go. They've got to be feeling confident now after what happened last round.
I have no idea what they have left. How do you come back from something like that? Not on twice? Where's your head at? Where's your energy levels at? It tells you you've got nothing left.
This fighter's completely content to sit back and let you make the first move. That's where they thrive.
To beat a counterpuncher, you've got to take them out of their pace. Do not wait for them, because if you wait, they'll pepper and pop you all night long. Rush them.
Has to be careful for that receipt, and they got caught. And they're down. Would be wise here to take the full 8 seconds. Blink and you miss it. Good thing we can watch that over and over again.
I need to see that again.
One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine, 10. You're out.
It happened. You saw it here live. A knockout win. Congratulations.
A knockout victory. That's not a knockout victory. That is somebody saying, I'm here. I've arrived. Try that again. It will happen all over again.
Expectations are sky high for this fight. Will it live up to the hype? We're about to find out. Alongside me, Johnny Nelson.
Todd, always a pleasure to work with you. Always a pleasure.
It's time now for our tale of the tape. It's Lawrence the Sauce Okolie. He's 6'5" tall with an 82.7-inch reach. And he'll be facing Lyndon King Arthur. Tipped the scales at 176 pounds. He's 6'2" tall with a reach of about 74.5 inches.
There's an amazing reach advantage, which you do not actually realize is there until you get popped by that jab. The distance that's created is ridiculous.
It's the Sauce, Lawrence Okolie. This WBO World Champion Cruiserweight is a hard hitter and could fight at heavyweight one day. Lyndon King Arthur, this Manchester native, fights in the light heavyweight division, and he brings a lot of power.
Oh, pure bad blood.
And with that, we turn it over to the world-renowned ring announcer, Jimmy Lennon Jr.
This bout is scheduled for 12 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner, here is a British, Commonwealth, and European Cruiserweight champion from London, England, a Cruiserweight champion of the world, Lawrence the Sauce Okolie. Fighting out of the blue corner, from Manchester, England, here is an Intercontinental Light Heavyweight champion, Lyndon King Arthur.
So much hype surrounding this fight, and now it is go time.
Todd, all I can say, heaven on earth. Heaven on earth.
You can tell both of these fighters are exuding confidence as they touch gloves, and here we go. And there's the bell to start the round. Punch, counter punch. Oh, that punch. And he did catch him. He caught him clean. Clean as a whistle. And he scores with the counter. You can really feel the buzz in the air tonight. So much hype here in this arena.
You can walk into an arena and be the hero. The pressure, the expectation, the desire from the fans. You can't get away from it. Ignore them. Lock it off. I know it's hard. I can hardly hear you, Todd. You've got to ignore them. Get on with your job.
Right punch. Halfway through the round, and it's pretty much even Steven. Swing and a miss with that hook.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
He's going to go with more footwork now. What do you think of that strategy? And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. He's dropped the guard now. What do you think of that decision? Looks like a little bit of a strategy change here, loosening up the technique. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, and Arthur got the worst of that exchange, and he might go down. Let's talk about Okoli in that last round. That was almost a 10-8 round. Complete dominance.
Dominance, without a doubt, made it look so easy.
The referee calling for seconds out. Unfortunately, this fighter not going to get more time to heal up and get a breather. We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
A counter fighter relies a lot on their instincts and reaction time. You've got to get in there quick to punch your opponent before he gets his fist back to block.
Counter punch is my favorite kind of fighter. A good counter puncher, people
stumbling around in potholes. And there it is, the knockdown punch we knew was coming. I don't think we can truly appreciate what we saw unless we see it in slow motion.
That's lights out right there.
So he beats the count and will continue. What bravery being shown here. And we may see an early stoppage here. And it appears they're out of trouble, at least for now. But that just goes to show you one clean punch changes everything.
It's been a tough round so far.
And that was it. That was the big shot we were waiting for. Lyndon Arthur can't take anymore, and down he goes. When you get hit with a body shot like this, there's nothing you can do. Watch it again in slow motion.
A shot from the gods took him out.
happy this round's coming to an end. 10 seconds left. Let's talk about a Coley in that last round. Well, if this trainer has a pep talk, now's the time to use it, as they were dropped twice in the last round.
Unbelievable heart, knocked down twice.
Unfortunately, this fighter not going to get more time to heal up and get a breather. Right back into the action. They ring the bell, and here we go. Let's see if they can shake off the cobwebs after a disastrous last round.
2 knockdowns in that last round. There'd be sheer panic in that corner. What do? Do they throw the towel in? Do they let him come back out again? Because they know their fighter is like a lamb to the slaughter.
Nice counter. There's a counter shot. Here he is bouncing on his toes, trying to get some energy. So he's going to drop his arms down here. Not sure that's the wisest decision. At some point, the corner has to say you're done. This fight still continuing.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. Like it never happened.
A chance to make history. And up. And the referee will begin the count. 10 seconds to get up. I don't see any movement here. It looks like this one's going to be over. Cue up the replay machine. I have got to see that again.
You're right, Todd. What a shot.
You saw it here live, a knockout win. Congratulations.
A knockout victory? That's not a knockout victory. That is somebody saying, I'm here, I've arrived. Try that again, it will happen all over again.
You can tell both of these fighters are exuding confidence as they touch gloves. And here we go. And watching this live with me is Johnny Nelson.
About time, too.
It's time for our tale of the tape. He is Rocky Marciano, the Brockton Brawler. This heavyweight is anything but standing only 5 foot 10 inches tall, one of the greatest heavyweights to ever live. He'll square off against Smokin' Joe Frazier. He took part in the greatest boxing trilogy of all time with Muhammad Ali. He defines the words Philly fighter.
Yeah, if you've got a brawl that's in front of you, that's going to put you under pressure, get to your ribs and get close, you've got to be fast on your feet. If you've got the height and the reach, which I always go for, I depend on that. But if someone is going to push you back, keep pushing you down, you're going to be under pressure. Don't get stuck in the corner, because if you do, you're out of there.
He is Rocky Marciano, the Brockton brawler himself, one of the greatest fighters of all time. A sparkling record and one of the best to ever do it. Smokin' Joe Frazier, his 3 battles with Muhammad Ali, perhaps the most famous the sport has ever seen.
The reach, how on earth are they going to get through that jab?
The fighters are in the ring. It's time for the official introductions. Here's the Hall of Famer, Jimmy Lennon Jr.
This bout is scheduled for 12 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner, here is a Hall of Fame legend from Brockton, Massachusetts, a Ring Magazine world champion, and an undisputed heavyweight champion of the world, the Brockton blockbuster, Rocky Marciano. Fighting out of the blue corner, the Olympic gold medalist from Beaufort, South Carolina, the Hall of Famer from the golden era of heavyweights, a heavyweight champion of the world, Smokin' Joe Frazier.
The fans are ready, and it looks like the fighters are now ready.
Take the phone off the hook. This is all I wanted to see right now, right in front of me.
So much hype surrounding this fight, and now it is go time. And here comes the legend Joe Frazier, Hall of Famer, all-time great. Great counter right hand there. Gonna shake out the arms and legs and move around a little bit. This fighter has that swarmer's mentality, taking away an opponent's reach, getting on the inside, and just banging and banging and banging.
Now, you've got to be fit to fight a fighter like this, because they will stay in your face. They will throw punches at you. They don't even let you breathe. You've got to be fit. If you're not fit, the fight's over.
Not so rigid anymore with the stance. Tough to be a judge in this fight, as both fighters have had their big moments. Swing and a miss with that hook.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Johnny, you would know this better than me, but I would hate fighting someone with this swarmer style. They don't let you breathe. They don't let you get off the ropes. You can't get your offense off. You just got to deal with them.
Swarmers, you can go back in boxing history. When you've seen them, when you've seen the best of the best swarmers going, you understand how hard it is. It looks exciting from the outside in. Can you imagine being right in there?
This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond here in the next round.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight, because if they haven't, there's going to be absolute uproar.
The referee calling for seconds out as we get set to jump back in the action. Marciano with one of the best right hands in boxing history. If he catches you flush, it's good night. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Digging downstairs again. How about that time counter shot? What a punch. When you're facing a longer opponent like this, you gotta get inside.
You've got to make your opponent fight your kind of fight. They've got to get into your kind of argument, your kind of dance.
Halfway through the round, and man, these two are going at it. Perfect punch.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Just missed with that hook. They call it the Glory Division. There's nothing quite like a heavyweight fight. It doesn't take much to win it. Looks like they're going to try and be a little more elusive now. This may do it. The corner's got to take a good look at their fighter. Talk about a one-sided 3 minutes. We just saw it.
Dominance, without a doubt, made it look so easy.
The referee calling for seconds out. Unfortunately, this fighter not going to get more time to heal up and get a breather. Frazier's been in so many hellacious battles over the years. The trilogy with Muhammad Ali, his fights against George Foreman. They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. That counter shot lands. Throws the jab, but does not score. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
You gotta like what you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round. Quick punch scores.
A very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have.
And at some point, the corner needs to decide we have to protect our fighter. And it appears the onslaught is over, at least for now.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
A swing and a miss with that jab. He's going to loosen things up here. Let's see how he does with this fancy footwork. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious who has the advantage here.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as the fighter, and the cornerman's got to put a firecracker on that fight to get out there and get the job done.
Unfortunately, this fighter not going to get more time to heal up and get a breather. Right back into the action. And there's the bell to start the round. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Well, Johnny, I know it's still early on, but have you been surprised by anything you've seen?
Remember, with the lighter weights, you're expecting at least 300 shots around. They can let these shots go. They can move. They're fast. They're sharp. It's a hard night's work for the referee.
He's going to go with more footwork now. What do you think of that strategy? The jab misses. Both fighters landing in these exchanges. Judge is going to have a tough job. Well, you know, in this division, we're going to see a lot of combinations, a lot of counter-punching.
I've seen it so many times. One punch changes everything. I've seen guys winning hands down. They decide to showboat and show off them. Blam! It's over. So they've got to stay sharp.
And they got caught! As he survived the storm, he's throwing punches. And is this the beginning of the end? A nightmare start to this fight. He couldn't seize the... They're always looking for that KO, and we could see an upset right here. That counter shot lands. Here he is bouncing on his toes. Well, we know they've got the advantage so far, but how does this match get turned around?
Dominance, without a doubt, made it look so easy.
The referee calling for seconds out as we get set for another round. Frazier's been in so many hellacious battles over the years. The trilogy with Muhammad Ali, his fights against George Foreman, a true legend. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
That one will count. One punch changes everything in this division. It's the heavyweights.
because they're so big, because they can push, because they've got the weight behind them. They may not be connecting, but trust me, when they connect, that's when this fight sets on fire, because someone's going to get hurt and someone's got to react.
Beautiful counter punch. Good punch. Where was the defense? Why weren't they covered? Knocked down hard. I'm not sure that they're going to be able to get back on their feet here as the referee continues the count. Blink and you miss it. Good thing we can watch that on replay over and over again.
I've got to see that again.
One, two, three, four, five, six.
Apparently, it's going to take more than that to keep this fighter down.
Good, look at his corner. Look at his stretches. They're telling him to calm down, make the most of the count, get up, breathe, and move. Get behind the referee. Save yourself a bit of time. You just need to make your way back to the corner. Somehow get to the end of the round.
Total domination with 10 seconds to go. So it's plan B time after being knocked down in that round.
You've been put down. You've got to think right, survive, and then give it back the next round.
Unfortunately, this fighter not going to get more time to heal up as we get set to jump back in the action. We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. He couldn't finish him off in the last round. Let's see what this has in store for us.
Todd, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything, full barrel, because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
So he's going to shake off the cobwebs and bounce around the ring a little bit here. Quick punch scores. There's no doubt that this fighter's power can change the fight around in an instant. You can't afford to make one single... Can you imagine if he knocks out Joe Frazier? This has been a very competitive round as we reach the midway point. Good job trying to back out of trouble.
Defense, defense, defense.
This may do it. It's all coming to an end. Changes everything, and down they go. We need to see that again. Some amazing boxing right there.
Shot from the gods, they say. A shot from the gods.
One, two, three, four, five.
So he's back on his feet, but he's got to somehow turn this around.
He's up, but for how long? Look at her. On the heels. Look at, there's nothing there. There's no defense. The eyes are...
Are we about to see a first-round knockout? And they're down, trying to make it up before 10 as the referee continues the count. And look at that body shot. They couldn't have thrown it any better.
I need to see that again.
many people would have predicted it, but we've got a knockout victory.
What a build-up. What a journey towards this fight. What a fight itself. The crowd enjoyed it. The fighters enjoyed it. I certainly enjoyed it. And what a way to end the fight. There's no mistake there about who won. What a shot.